My name is Kevin McDowell. I'm an A&P mechanic working at a 145 shop called Greenville Air. This is a video program we're going to be doing on subjects. Today's subject is radar. All we're doing is sending radio waves at a certain frequency up into the clouds, and they're bouncing off and coming back, and we see a picture of it in your radar scope. Okay? Ground-based radar is very powerful. It's a very useful tool because it doesn't just tell me precipitation, the density of the cloud, or any of that. It can tell me what kind of rain. It can tell me about hail, lightning, winds, the worst thing we're going to run into in this. So it can see a lot. Okay. Now, on our aircraft, it's a smaller unit. It's usually not as powerful. So a lot of times, all we're seeing is precipitation. You're not seeing the winds. So this is why it's not for everyone. Because you got to understand what your scope is giving you. Okay, and this is where we get into the problem of when we have radar on small aircraft, it can lead to crashes because they get up into these clouds and they don't realize how powerful the storm is. They don't see winds, they don't see hail. So now we're into trouble. So even day-to-day use can be problematic because you really need to know your system. You need to use your system. You need to test it. You need to have a way of understanding. In other words, training. You should have reoccurring training because how often are you going to use it in a small aircraft? You know, we use it 24 hours a day here, 365. You may fly once a month, once a week. You don't always use the radar because you don't always fly in bad weather. Some aircraft are equipped for bad weather, but even those, they don't like to fly through storms. They'll try to go around them or above them. So what you see is a screen, and sometimes you see green, yellow, red, and those are the amounts of precipitation. Again, that'll give you some idea of what's there, but this is where we get into the problems. 20% of all aircraft crashes are caused by weather. Whether lightning brings you down, rain can cause you issues, hail, but it's mainly wind. And most of our small radars do not pick up wind. So you need to get to know your radar, how it works. Take classes or get with the manufacturer of how it works. So when you do get to use it, you know how it's used. So really, it's learning what to do with it and how to understand what it's doing for me. And it really comes down to training. You see people out there flying all the time in weather. Every once in a while you hear of a crash caused by weather because a lot of times they decide to fly through it instead of around it. And they even get into problems with that. They try to fly around it, then they run into more problems. And then they get into a situation where they can't get out of. So, radar is a good thing, but learn to rely on it and your weather briefing and ATC when they tell you, steer around this weather, we need to go here. Don't just rely on it. So the biggest thing is understand it and fly safe. If you want your subject to be on Kevin's Corner, email us at facebook.com@greenvilleair.